What is up, guys? What is up, YouTube? It's CJ here, and today we are back with a video on Bitcoin. This is one of my first, I think it's the second video I've done predicting Bitcoin's next moves. Last time it was predicting Bitcoin to 73K, and that absolutely played out. Today, I am back looking at the current range on Bitcoin. It is March 10th, 2026. And, there's been a lot going on in this range. But feel like I'm starting to see it clearly. I'm starting to see the next move where I wasn't sure for a while. I wasn't sure within this accumulation phase. It was a bit more manipulated. It was faster moves. But I want to just come on here today and share my idea of what is going to happen and how I am looking to trade this current range. So on the screen here, I have my, projected trade here on Bitcoin, and I haven't decided exactly if I want to just limit the 786 with my stop loss above this high or what I want to do. But before we get into that, let me break down why I'm seeing it like this, because it is actually based on the past. So if we're going to go back in history, I want to take you to this range right here. This was the last macro range on Bitcoin back in 2021. It ended with this distribution, one distribution, two distribution, even in fashion. This is where I last made that video, and on the current range is when I made that video predicting the macro range low. And obviously this was a fractal that we were using at the time. But now let's take a look at this range right here. So this is the first range that Bitcoin gets after completing its macro distribution. It's in a slightly different spot than we are, but it is the first range after hitting the technical target. So I already have our fractal up here, and I'm going to show you why I believe this to be the fractal for the current range, aside for it being the first true range after completing a macro distribution model. So this range to confirmation of the LPSY ends up being 24 days. And I actually haven't checked this. So 33 days. We're actually a little bit bigger in duration this time, but kind of around that same area. And so what happens, we come in, we put in an untested low, we come up, we get a distribution model, and then we come down and we get an accumulation. This accumulation can then create the range low of a bigger distribution. And back here in 2022, it looks like the accumulation was super, super clean to trade, right? Like this. Don't want to make the chart too messy, but obviously you can see that accumulation range where we had a super nice return to zone, right? Like this. Would have loved to trade this. Came up leaving liquidity, which you do see accumulations do for sure. All trades sometimes. You see that in Model 2s a lot, or when it's about to expand, just kind of an ascending channel-esque thing and blasting up. But you get this accumulation that then goes and puts in an up thrust and then retests extreme supply rather aggressively. You could have even said that there's demand here, but then sold through immediately, extremely fast retest, and then sell off aggressively. And that takes out this untested low and goes a lot lower all the way down into demand. So by now you're probably starting to see these similarities, and I will actually now put them both on the chart here so we can see it nice. Can we do that? Yes. Perfection. This should be 3 hour. Yes. Amazing. So when we have both of our ranges here, you can really see the similarities between these ranges. and I'll just flip back and forth as well, but I just wanted to put them side by side to show the idea. So there's a couple similarities that I want to also point out between these ranges. Yes, we are a little bit farther in duration, but relatively about the same size. You have that untested low, and look at this volume profile. It's not one way or another. POC slightly above, but pretty condensed, pretty even volume profile distributed throughout. When you come to our fractal range, you can see the same thing, where if I pull a volume profile to that LPSY, you can see very evenly distributed volume profile and really tight POC slightly above the EQ, equilibrium. So you can see how there's not really volume inefficiency. It's just the value area is very tight in the middle. And then right here, you can see value area very tight in the middle with a fast expansion up. So make sure we get that fast expansion up. And it looks to be a little bit easier to trade this time around because the accumulation, which I did not trade because it was faster and I didn't quite get a read on it until it was too late. So I just wanted to make this video, and I want to make it quick because this is obviously just an idea. It's not financial advice. I am going to be looking to take this trade, and act on this information and act on this fractal. A perfect storm for me would be to come back up and retest more refined supply and the 786. You can see we have a perfect 786 touch and then reverse. So I would love to come up, perfect 786 touch within supply, reverse back down. All right, guys. I can't go back in time and show USDT dominance, so I'm not going to include this in the video, but I just wanted to make this quick and outline what I'm seeing on Bitcoin so that we can be prepared. And if this does play out, we have some knowledge and we are pre-planned to act on it. So, all right, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, I haven't really asked for this before, but make sure you leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It really does help out the channel as we grow, so I'm able to make more of these videos for you guys, and it's honestly because I do truly love it. So with that being said, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace, guys.